when you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Duke's offense will go on the attack first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
The Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sanchez. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That's reeled in. It's Sanchez. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
And the Dukes are marching down the field. He'll keep it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Barnett. Touchdown, Jay! Madison. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Marshall's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Norton. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Marshall will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And the Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kyle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Dukes with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Grab near the marker. It's Alston. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Dukes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's the handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
4th down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. To the air, it's Barnett. Snagged out of the air.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Kyle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the air, it's Barnett. Fires left. A strike downfield. Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Dukes have their offense in high gear. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Running back searching for a hole. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loaded.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat across the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut, and that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
To the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got the back over the middle.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.